ground ball up the left side. Pass, Roland. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Enderlin here on yourliveevent.com. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, you can go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. It's the Ball Stars of Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell, Tintah-Lidgerwood-Rosholt going up against the Kindred-Richland Vikings here in this contest, as we'll have Owen Hoyme taking the mound here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings going up against the Ball Stars. And on the mound here for the Ball Stars is going to be Baldwin going up against him here. So Adam Baldwin going up against Hoyme here in this one, as we get you slated and ready to rock and roll for this contest between the Ball Stars and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. The Ball Stars picked up a 13-3 win to open up the morning at 10 o'clock against the Enderlin Eagles. Channing Aker with 7 runs driven in that one, while the Kindred-Richland Vikings fell in 5 against Central Cass, 11-1. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, starting lineups is coming up next here on your live event.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, or Adam a call today at 437-2444. The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th. This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net. Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th. Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck. For more information, go to yourliveevent.com. Back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here as we get you ready to go for their 5th of our 6th ball game here today from the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree on yourliveevent.com. Still to come, it's the Northern Cache Jaguars going up against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. That contest, again, will be in our nightcap. But first things first, let's get to our starting lineups in a moment between the Ball Stars and alongside the Kindred-Richland Vikings here in this contest. As these two teams getting set to go, this is just the second game of the season for the Ball Stars, as they were able to pick up a win earlier today, 13-3. Channing Aker with a grand slam and driven in 7 runs in that contest to boot as well. So they're looking to add to their win total here today as we'll get ready for this contest. Adam Baldwin due up first, followed by Jared Fredrickson, and then Brendan Larson. 1, 2, 3 batters for the Ball Stars, but they'll be the visitors, the Kindred-Richland Vikings will be the home team. So Mason Allmers, followed by Jack Wold and Jeremiah Doctor here in this one. So the Kindred-Richland Vikings will be starting on the visitors side here. So it'll be 2-0. As again, that does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. So we're just going to have to switch the score bug here in a moment for you. As the 2-0 pitch coming to Allmers is in there for a strike. Now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch upcoming. That's going to miss for a ball. Now 2-1. Or 3-1, excuse me. 3-1 pitch will miss. And that'll be a ball. And we'll have a walk to have our first runner on here today for the Vikings. Something a little bit different from what was scheduled here, but we'll make do as the Vikings are ready to go. So it'll be a walk here as, again, Baldwin is pitching here for the Ball Stars. So Jack Wold coming on here, taking second base is going to be Allmers, sliding in safely with the stolen base. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. Now 0-1 for the Ball Stars. We'll get to them in the outfield here in a moment. As we're have the 0-1 pitch on the way with Wold. This one is going to one-hop the catcher, Fredrickson, and allow the runner to scamper down to third here with Allmers. So you got Mason Allmers batting leadoff, followed by Jack Wold, the junior second baseman, batting second, and Jeremiah Doctor, the senior catcher, batting third, with Max Upgran, the senior first baseman, in the cleanup spot here for the Vikings. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike. There'll be 1-2. Jorgen Swenson batting fifth, the shortstop, followed by Cody Thompson, the junior designated hitter. That'll miss for a ball. Now 2-2. Grant Smelhaug, the junior third baseman, is batting seventh, with Kylan Swenson, the sophomore left fielder, eighth. Bryce Whipple, the junior right fielder, ninth, and Owen Hoyme is on the mound for the Vikings. This one getting it all the way to the backstop on the wild pitch, and the Vikings draw first blood on our Bank North scoreboard. So coming in to score will be Allmers, as it'll be 1-0 here on the wild pitch, and the Kindred-Richland Vikings get their first run across of the contest. And the 3-2 on the way. This one fouled. And Wold continues to battle here for the junior second baseman in the field, right to left. Peterson in right. You have Mr. Dunn in center, and then Fralick is going to be in left field. Steenblock is at third, Stenson at short. This one going to be a walk. And the runner will get aboard here for Kindred-Richland. Anchor is going to be at second, Larson at first, and Fredrickson is behind the plate here with Adam Baldwin again on the mound for the Ball Stars. So back-to-back walks here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings in the top of the first inning. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here at the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree on YourLiveEvent.com. As taking off is Wold, as he's going to go in, and he's going to be gunned down. Good-looking throw from Fredrickson as the shortstop Stenson comes across to apply the tag. I'll go 1-6 on the caught stealing, so one down. Good jump here by Wold, but Fredrickson, who picked up the complete game win earlier today against Enderlin, threw a bullet behind the plate. This one going to be hit on the ground to the first baseman, Larson. Going to have a bang-bang play up first, goes 3 unassisted, and now 2 down here in the top of the first inning. So Max Opgran here, the first baseman, the senior, will be coming up to the plate. as Baldwin will step in and fire. That one will be a ball to Max Upgren, the senior first baseman here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Max Upgren against Central Cass earlier today, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. This one going to be hit to straightaway center field. Upgren is there, and that'll retire the side on the flyout. A run does cross on no hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. Baldwin has pitched 1 inning, 2 walks, 1 comes back and bite him, but we go to the bottom of the first inning where the Ball Stars are coming to the plate.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
So the Vikings score first on our Bank North scoreboard here at the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, where the sun is out and very picturesque as we're seeing it here at Hendrickson Field right now with the sun setting in the west. Had some sun in the morning, then once we got to the mid-afternoon, it really started to kind of cloud up a little bit here. And now in the last hour or so in Enderlin, the sun has came out and made for some decent conditions. It's been high 40s to low 50s for most of the day in terms of the temperature right now. We've had some on-again, off-again wind, and looking at the forecast tomorrow, chance of rain right away in the morning, and it gets a little blustery throughout the afternoon and into the evening. We do start at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's the scheduled time here on yourliveevent.com. Adam Baldwin, Jarek Fredrickson, and then Brendan Larson will do up here 1, 2, 3 for the Ball Stars, going up against Hoyme on the mound. On Hoyme here for Scott Milbrandt, while for the Ball Stars, head coach by Tim Larson. Hoyme, a junior here for Kindred-Richland. 3-1 on this season for the Vikings. The Ball Stars, this is their second game of the day and their second game of the year, currently at 1-0. Kindred-Richland out in their blue tops with Vikings across, for the Ball Stars out in their black tops with gray pants. So Baldwin, Fredrickson, Larson, Stenson, Steenblock, and then Peterson, Rolick, Dunn, and Aker. The starting lineups here for the Ball Stars. First pitch across the way against the opposing pitcher is a strike, so Adam Baldwin falls behind the count 0-1. And the pitch. That one in there for a strike, now 0-2. So senior, sophomore leads things off for the Ball Stars. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Hoyme, 3 strikes to get out number 1. Jarrett Fredrickson will come up. Had a complete game win for the Ball Stars against Enderlin in their 13-3 win earlier today. Hoyme with the pitch. Fastball misses up to the senior catcher here in this contest. Now 1-0. Doctor behind the plate with Opgrand at first and Wold at second base. And the pitch. This one's be hit high in the air to right field. Whipley is there, and that'll be out number 2. So a line drive out to right makes it the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. Jorgen Swenson in in shortstop. Spellhaug at third base. Kylan Swenson, Jorgen's younger brother, in left, and Almers in center. Brendan Larson, the sophomore first baseman, will step in. And Larson takes a ball, running in for the sophomore at 1-0. So he had 3 pitches to Baldwin. 2 to Frederickson and 1 here to Larson. That'll miss up for a ball, now 2-0. Still to come tonight, Fargo, Oak Grove, and Northern Cass here on YourLiveEvent.com. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike, now 2-1. So far, kind of been averaging about 2 hours or so per ball game, so that would make, roughly 9 o'clock when that next game would get underway. This one would be a strike now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Hoyme looking to go 3 up and 3 down, and the pitch. And that's what he's going to do. Strike 3 looking, the second strikeout for Hoyme here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1 complete here in Enderlin on our Bank North scoreboard. It's the Kindred-Richland Vikings up by 1.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Those that you see both with on the screen right now in the upper left-hand corner and throughout our commercials and feature sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you the 2023 Enderlin Baseball Jamboree here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'd like to thank Reggie Funk for joining us earlier. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin as we'll get ready for inning number 2 here as the Vikings will send Jorgen Swenson to the mound, Cody Thompson, and Grant Spellhaug. The 5, 6, and 7 batters due up here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Baldwin, 1 inning of work, 1 run against him, back-to-back walks to Almers and Wolt to start things off. Mason came in to score after a stolen base and a wild pitch. And then Jack Wold was caught stealing at second base as Jorgen Swenson, the senior shortstop, takes a ball now at 1-0. Baldwin with a right-handed throw. This one will miss, up now 2-0 for the Ball Stars tomorrow here in Enderlin. They're scheduled to play Northern Cass at 11 o'clock in the morning and then Central Cass at 5 o'clock. This one will be in there for a strike, now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. This one will miss. Hendrickson has to come out of his crouch position, now 3-1. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they will play Northern Cass at 9 a.m. tomorrow, then Enderlin at 1. This one will be swung on and missed now at 3-2. So he had some full counts so far against Will Almers, able to earn a walk. 3-2 pitch. This one will run in, and that'll be a ball. And that'll be the 3rd free pass of the game here for the Vikings. Cody Thompson, the junior designated hitter, now will step in. As Thompson with a runner on board here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Kindred-Richland state championship back in 2011 over the Grafton Spoilers over a decade ago. Last time they made state, 2017 runner Swenson. This one will be running in a hit batter, so back-to-back hit batsmen. And runners will be at first and second base. For Scott Milbrandt, he's going to put the pressure on here as we've seen in the first and now in the second. As coming on is going to be Tim Larson. We'll see if he makes a pitching change or if it's just a quick little conference meeting on the mound here with his pitcher and Adam Baldwin. So runner at first, runner at second after back-to-back hit batters. Grant Spellhaug, the junior third baseman, will step in for the number 7 batter. As the Ball Stars right now just talking it over on the mound. And Adam Baldwin just giving a couple shakes of the heads, yes. As for the Ball Stars, trailing on our Bank North scoreboard, and as we mentioned, Scott Milbrand going to put some pressure on here in terms of the base pass and the runners with both of what he has with Swenson at second and Thompson at first. As coming up will be Grant Spellhaug, the junior third baseman, batting 7th here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Playing even with the bag at third is going to be Steenblock. Larson will play a little bit off the bag at first here. And right now the second baseman, Aker, staying right at second base. Baldwin will fire, and that'll be a bunt by Grant, but foul, now 0-1. For the Vikings, very nice ballpark they have in Kindred, particularly the press box and the grandstands that they put in over the last couple of years with the investment, both from a monetary standpoint, but also just the investment of those within the program itself. Also houses, as most of the ballparks around the state of North Dakota, the Legion baseball program in Kindred. Here's the 0-1 pitch, foul back again, and that'll be 0-2. Kylan Swenson, the sophomore left fielder, due up next. So far today here in the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, the Ball Stars, Central Cass, Oaks, and Northern Cass picked up wins today. All region counters as well. And the pitch, swung on and missed with a strikeout. Baldwin gets his first strikeout of this Friday evening. So one down here as Northern Cass, a handful of their players in straightaway center field right under the football press box when this doubles as a football field for 9-man football in the fall here in Enderlin. Baldwin looking to make the throwback as Stenson was trying to hold the runner on at the shortstop there, with Kylan Swenson, the sophomore left fielder, at the plate. Baldwin looks back the runner again at second, and the pitch. Swenson swung on and missed. So Spellhaug with back-to-back bunts that were foul and struck out on 3 pitches, and Swenson swung on a miss on the first. So Baldwin doing a good job getting ahead of these Viking batters in these last 2 after hitting back-to-back batters with Jorgen Swenson and Thompson. Foul tipped into the glove of Fredrickson. Now it's going to be 0-2. Bryce Whipley, the junior right fielder, batting 9th, due up next. Baldwin 1 strike away from earning back-to-back strikeouts. This one is going to be hit in the air to right field and playable on the way. And that's going to be a foul ball. And we'll keep it at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. As Baldwin with the 0-2 pitch upcoming. Strike 3 looking, and back-to-back strikeouts on the way here for Baldwin, and 2 down now in the top of the second inning.
Now up right fielder number 20.
So Bryce Whipley, the junior right fielder, will step up to the plate, and for Baldwin, 1 good pitch from getting out of the jam here in the second inning against the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So runners at first and second. This one is going to be hit to left field, way back to the warning track. Froelich gets to the left-hand side, and this one's going to one-hopping off the snow. 1 run's coming in is Swenson. Thompson rounding third. They're waving him in. Here's the relay throw, and that one's not going to be in time. It's a bases-clearing 2 RBI double by the number 9 batter, Bryce Whipley, and the Kindred-Richland Vikings lead it 3-0. Jorgen Swenson comes in to score. Cody Thompson hustling around first to come in. And Bryce with the bases clearing double. So 2 RBI double here for the Vikings as they now lead it 3-0. So they've scored in both the first and the second. And now it's going to be Mason coming up to the plate here. Homers with a walk with a runs scored and a stolen base in the first inning for the senior center fielder. As this will be batter number 6 to the plate here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings in the top of the second inning. Baldwin looks back, the runner at second. This one's hitting the air to right center field, and that one's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Peterson. Rounding second on his way home is Whipley. He's going to stand up, and going to second base is going to be Mason. So here's another RBI, back-to-back hits here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Bryce Whipley will climb in, and Mason will take second base here. So an RBI double for the Vikings, and Baldwin was 1 out away from getting out of the jam here in the second, and now the Vikings have put up a crooked number here in the top of the second. This will be a ball missing to Jack Wold, who walked his last time up and was caught stealing second in the first. For the Ball Stars, their 4, 5, and 6 batters, Stenson, Steenblock, and Peterson due up in the bottom of the second. This one, a one-hopper that goes right through the wickets of Stenson at short. Rounding third on his way home is going to be Mason. This one then gets by the center fielder to allow Jack Wold to get to second base. And that's going to be another run coming in. So Mason will come in to score. Wold will go to second base here. That one's going to be both an error on the play and then an error on the throw in to allow him to go to second base. So a pair of errors on that one. And now Doctor, the 8th batter to the plate, and the Kindred-Richland Vikings have added on some runs now. 4 runs here in this inning alone. This will be a ball as Doctor grounded out to Larson, 3 unassisted at first base back in the first inning. For the Vikings right now, 4 runs so far in the second, and a runner out there at second base. And Fredrickson does a good job keeping this one in front of him. Now makes it 2-0. Kindred-Richland Vikings so far win against Northern Cass, Oak Grove, a loss against Central Cass here this season. They will play Northern Cass again on May the 2nd and go to Oaks on May the 4th. This one in there for a strike, now 2-1. They're playing the Grovers just once, so their win earlier this week against Oak Grove counted as 2 wins in the region. 2 balls, 1 strike. Baldwin looks back, the runner at second. This one running in, and this will allow Wold to scamper to third base. That'll be a pass ball on that one. And now it's going to be 3-1 here to Doctor with Max Upgrand due up next. Adam Baldwin looking for the final out here of the inning. 3-1 pitch swung on and missed with Doctor now 3-2 after a hit batter by Jorgen, Swenson, and Thompson. Back-to-back strikeouts with Spell, Haug, and Swenson. That was Kylan. Then a 2 RBI double with Bryce. You got a double there with Mason. Reach base on an error with Wold. This one going to be strike 3 and held on by Fredrickson to retire the side. So Baldwin strikes out the side, but not before the Kindred-Richland Vikings are able to score 4 runs. They're able to get a couple of hits, 2 of them. There were 2 errors and a runner left on base. A new score on a Bank North scoreboard, an inning and a half complete from Enderlin. It's 5-0 here in favor of the Vikings.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the 2023 Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. After 4 runs here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, we'll see what the Ball Stars are able to do. And congratulations goes out to Hankinson Pirates' Cody Mauk, who was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the 48th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. So Cody Mauk is a second-round draft pick here from NDSU, and he's heading his way to Tampa Bay, drafted 48th overall, the former Hankinson Pirate making his way. So congratulations again to Cody Mauk, who will be joining Cordell Volson, from Drake Adamus, is another offensive lineman from North Dakota, both from North Dakota State, but also the state of North Dakota in high school. So Cody Mauk officially drafted here in the 2023 NFL Draft. And now for Owen Hoyme, he'll come on against Stenson, throws a first pitch strike. Hoyme with 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging and 1 looking back in the first. This one will miss low, make it 1-1. So 1-1 on the way here for Stenson, as Hoyme rocks and delivers. That one in there for a strike, now 1-2. Game number 5 of 6 today at the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree here in Hendrickson Field. Hoyme, 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he gets his 3rd punch out of the evening. Back-to-back strikeouts as we have the Canadian Pacific Railway here making its way through the center field. Part of the reason why Hendrickson Field is adjusted to this way. You got Highway 46 right behind it. Then you have the train tracks, and then you have a little bit of the residential neighborhood here in Enderlin. So it's kind of like a triangle. You can't go anywhere without running into something here at Hendrickson Field. Brody Steenblock, the sophomore third baseman, swung on and missed. Now behind the count, 0-1, and now make it 0-2. Hoyme just firing, getting the ball, and getting on the mound here and trying to continue to put the ball in the zone and force these Ball-Star hitters to do something with it. 0-2 pitch. This one is going to be hit on the ground up the first baseline. Opgren there, able to glove it, go 3 unassisted for the second out here of the bottom of the second inning on our Bank North scoreboard. So 2 down here in the second. Travis Peterson, the sophomore right fielder, will step to the plate. For the Vikings, they will be sending Opgren, Swenson, and Thompson, the 4, 5, and 6 batters, to the plate in the top of the 3rd inning. This one going to be in there for a strike. Now 0-1 to Travis Peterson. Peterson with a pitch. This one in there for a strike as well. Now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoyme trying to make a little work here of the Ball Stars in the inning, and he does. 3 up, 3 down again with a pair of strikeouts. So far, 6 batters for the Ball Stars to the plate, and 4 retired via the Hoyme punch-out. 2 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. It's the Vikings up by 5 coming to the plate.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Top of the 3rd inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Central Cass Squirrels defeating the Kindred-Richland Vikings earlier today, then falling to Northern Cass. Well, for the Hankinson-Fairmount-Rosholt-Campbell Tintah-Lidgerwood Ball Stars, able to defeat the Enderlin Eagles earlier today, and we'll see what they're doing here in game number 2 with some work to do, but some time in front of them here, trailing it by 5. update for you on the Minnesota Twins. For the Twins and the Royals, currently in the top of the 9th inning, it's Minnesota 8, Kansas City 6. So the Twins and the Royals playing in a tight one right now here from Target Field. As that pitch misses for a ball, the Max Upgrand here, who flew out to center fielder Dunn his last time up and hits one down the left field line, but foul. Be now 1-1. Vikings with 1 run in the first inning, 4 runs in the third. So far, 5 runs, just 2 hits. There has been 2 errors for the Ball Stars and 1 runner left on base. A couple of walks has came back and bitten Baldwin a little bit here today. After 8 batters went to the plate in the second inning. Baldwin with the right-handed toss. Breaking ball, that'll miss. Now 2-1. As Baldwin collects himself, comes back on the mound. And the 2-1 pitch. This one right at the hands, fisted back. Now 2-2. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the mid-30s about or so to start things off at 9 o'clock. Then it gets a little bit warmer throughout the day, but as it gets warmer, it's supposed to get a little more blustery and windier throughout the day. 2-2 pitch. Misses at the eye level. Now 3-2 for Max Upgrand, the senior first baseman. The Vikings with a walk in the first and a walk in the second to start the inning off. 3-2, and this one will be hit on the ground up the third baseline foul. We'll keep it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. But overall, not a bad spring day considering what April has been throughout the most of this month, as some of the lights are starting to come on here in Enderlin. Well, and for the 3rd consecutive inning, the Vikings start their inning off via the walk. So that'll be the 5th walk via that or the hits batsman here as we get to the top of the 3rd inning. Jorgen Swenson hit by a pitch with a run scored in the 2nd inning. He came in after that 2 RBI double by Bryce Whipley as Max Upgrand takes his lead at first. So far for Scott Milbrandt, he's been putting the pressure on with the runner at first base. Going to try to steal. Runner stays put. Swenson looks to bunt, fouls one back. Now 0-1. As we get to see in some sports, whether it's spring, winter, or the fall, sometimes different co-ops that have changed throughout the years. You go back into the 50s, you'll see Lidgerwood, Wymer, Hankinson winning baseball titles in the 50s and 60s just by themselves. But as we've seen for most stuff throughout the state, whether it's been baseball or other sports, starting to co-op a little bit more with some different variations of programs. No balls, 2 strikes. Baldwin checks the runner, Upgrand, back at first. And here's a quick throwback, and getting back safely is going to be Upgrand. So far today, we have not seen anyone picked off yet on the base pass on our baseball bingo card for 6 games here in Enderlin. Baldwin looks back the runner and the pitch. This one's going to be hitting the air down the left field line and foul into the bullpen down the left field line. So it'll be a loud strike here at 0-2. Saw the suicide squeeze. We've seen the sacrifice bunt, seen a grand slam home run. So a lot of that on the baseball bingo card. Caught stealing, stolen base. Seen a runner thrown out at home. As Baldwin, the pitch. That'll miss for a ball. And that'll be the first ball of the at-bat now at 1-2. Upgrand takes his lead off at first. Baldwin looks back the runner. 1-2 pitch will miss out of the zone. 2-2 with Cody Thompson due up next. Early on in the season, postseason not too far away for these teams here in North Dakota, as this one is popped up, playable for the second baseman Aker, who comes in and gloves it. So 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. As Cody Thompson will step up, hit by a pitch with a run scored after that 2 RBI double by Bryce. So Cody will step up for the junior designated hitter. Rolick in left field, Dunn in center with Peterson in right again for the Ball Stars. Baldwin will look in. That'll be in there for a strike now. 0-1. Vikings will play early tomorrow against Northern Cass at 9 o'clock in the morning to start day number 2 here of the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree off. Baldwin steps off the mound, and this one will go across and be a ball. This year in Region 1 softball, a little bit different again with softball and baseball. Softball, Hillsborough Central Valley is in Region 1 this season. Maple River started a softball program as well. This one going to be hit on the ground. Playable for Baldwin, who gets the lead runner at second, or they're going to say, is he safe? Did he ever touch the bag? No, he did not. So the lead runner is going to come across, and this one is going to get back and allow the runner here in Max Opgren to take a big turn around third. So runners will be at the corners, and I think the Ball Stars right now are going to call for a time and ask if not Stenson didn't touch the bag or not, after he was able to get the ball in his glove and come across quickly and try to tap it with his foot. They're going to say he did not. So reaching will be Thompson. He'll be at first base. Max Opgren will go to third.
Now up, third baseman number 12, Grant Spellham.
And now for the Vikings, they'll have runners at the corners with one out here. And for the Ball Stars, felt like that should have been out number 2 with the runner at first. Instead, the Vikings can try to tack on to their lead here now in the third, as this one almost goes to the backstop to Grant Spellham, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout back in the second inning. From our vantage point, it looked pretty good from our vantage point to seeing, again, if that was going to be in there, but the umpire's a little bit closer to the action to see did he properly, again, have the ball while he made the left or right foot to tag or to at least touch second base on the fielder's choice. This one's going to be hit right back up the middle, and that's going to be an RBI single, and then get by the center fielder, Dunn. Making his way to third base is Thompson, and they're going to wave Thompson in. Going to second is Spellhaug. Here's the relay, not going to be in time, and it's a bases-clearing base knock with an error for Grant, and a new score, 7-0, Kindred-Richland. So an error on Dunn. That is a single for Grant. Max Opgren will come in to score from third. Going from first to third for the second time is Cody Thompson, and Grant Spellhaug will go from first base to second via the error by the center fielder, Dunn. And Kylan Swenson now steps up to the plate. So Swenson with just one out here will add to this right now for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Vikings, that's just their third hit. This one going to be a late shot up the first base line with Larson. Rounding second base is Spellhaug as he's able to get in safely. That's an RBI single, and the Vikings now lead it 8-0. So coming in to score is going to be Spellhaug, and Swenson gets aboard back-to-back hits here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as Kylan was able to get an RBI single. A little inside-out swing on that one, and just past Larson up the first base line, and the Vikings looking to get to double digits here in this inning. Sliding in safely is going to be Kylan Swenson as he's able to get into scoring position now. One pitch on the way. See if that was a ball or strike after the play. Looks to be potentially 0-1 on the way. So it is a strike to Bryce Whipley. That will miss for a ball, now 2-1. Bryce with the 2 RBI double back in the second. Now with another runner on here, batter number 6 to the plate for the Kindred-Richland Vikings in the top of the third inning. Taking his lead off a second is Swenson. This one will be in the dirt low, now 2-1. As Baldwin goes back on the mound here for the Ball Stars. And the pitch. This one will run in and almost hit Bryce at 3-1. The Kindred-Richland Vikings were 10-run ruled earlier today against Central Cass, now looking to return the favor against someone else, and that someone else is potentially the Ball Stars. Check. They'll be back for a strike at 3-2. Final Twins pick up the win 8-6 over the Kansas City Royals. If you're a Lopez, well, it was a good night. Pick up the win and the save between Pablo and their closer. 3-2 strike, 3 looking. That'll be the 4th strikeout here for Baldwin on the mound. Struck out the side in the second, but gave up, again, 2 hits. There was a couple errors against him, and now it's going to be Mason Almers with a walk, a double, has 2 runs scored and a stolen base as well. And that RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Almers has done a good job so far when his time through the batting order has been up. Falls behind the count, 0-1 does Mason. 0-1 pitch from Baldwin will miss upstairs, now 1-1 for the Ball Stars. The bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9 will be due up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch. This one going to be a big one hopper. Third baseman here, Steenblock, goes across the diamond to retire the side. 5-3 on the put-up. But 3 runs come across here after a pair of hits. We did have an error and a runner left on base. 2.5 complete with a new score. It's the Kindred-Richland Vikings up by 8 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, or Adam a call today at 437-2444.
As we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here for the Ball Stars, it'll be Blaze Froelich, Hunter Dunn, and Channing Aker to the plate. The pitch, this one swung on and missed. Owen Hoyme, for those of you that are just joining us, well, it's been 6 up and 6 down. Only 1 has left the infield so far. And this will be now a foul tip for a strike. 4 strikeouts, 2 in each inning, 1 via strike 3 looking. Hoyme, the 0-2 pitch, swung on, and this one is going to be foul tipped and will stay alive. Blaze going to fall behind the count now, 0-2. Vikings slated to play tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock against Northern Cass, and then a game with Enderlin at 1 o'clock. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Hoyme gets punch out number 5 here against the Ball Stars. Hunter Dunn due up next here for the Ball Stars. Has done the sophomore center fielder righty-righty matchup with Hoyme again. Doctor behind the plate. And the pitch. A lot of strikes that have been swings through the zone that have yet to hit the baseball here with Hoyme. And the 0-1. Now make it 0-2. Kylan Swenson in left with Almers in center. Whipley in right here for the Vikings. 0-2 pitch. And another strikeout. 3 straight and punch out number 6 here for Owen Hoyme. Spellhaug at third base. Jorgen Swenson at short. Wold is at second with Opgrand at first. And again, Doctor behind the plate. So Hoyme right now with 6 strikeouts and looking to make it number 7 the first time through the lineup against Aker, who is now 0-1. Aker with the Grand Slam home run against the Enderlin Eagles and added a couple of runs driven in as well. Finished with 7 in the game. This one will miss outside. 1-1. Have yet to have a count reach 3 balls here for Hoyme. The most 2. Most have just gone 1 or none. And this one now will miss outside at 2-1. As if he's able to get on base, the top of the lineup with Adam Baldwin, 2 up next. Here for the Ball Stars. Hoyme, 2-1 offering, swung on and missed. Now 2-2. As he's been able to have 2 strikeouts in every inning so far and looking to strike out the side. 2-2 pitch. And he does it. Strikeout number 7 for Owen Hoyme the first time through the lineup. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Hoyme is wheeling and dealing here in Enderlin on our Bank North scoreboard. The Vikings coming to the plate.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground. It's going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Owen Hoyme so far has gone 3 innings with 7 strikeouts, and he's retired the last 4 via the punch-out here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, a game that started 45 minutes ago on yourliveevent.com. The Vikings will have Wold, Doctor, and Upgrand here, the 2, 3, and 4 batters going up against Adam Baldwin. Baldwin 4 hits against. That's not the problem. It's been 3 errors, the 5 walks that has resulted in the 8 runs. He was 1 good out away from getting out of any trouble in the second with runners at first and second base. And Bryce Whipley was able to get the 2 RBI double in the second, and that really ballooned it open. After that, following another double by Mason Allmers, an error came, which allowed Wolt to come in on base but also score. And that's the reason why right now it's really a little bit wide margin in this contest. The 4 runs in the second, 3 runs last inning in the third. Baldwin in the dirt, and this will miss for a ball against Wold. It'll be 1-0. So the 2, 3, 4 batters here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, if they can score 2 runs here in the 4th, or between now and the top of the 5th, it would be talking about the mercy rule, barring that the Ball Stars are held to a goose egg during that time, as some of the other batch of lights now in right field starting to turn on here at Hendrickson Field. This one will miss for a ball, now 2-0. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, also all the crew here in Enderlin to allow us to be here, get this field ready for Kevin Brantlin, their head coach and activities director, and Calvin Kraft. This one in there for a strike, now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way here as Baldwin looks into Wold. 2-1 pitch is fouled, and look out. Everyone looks to be all right down there, as that one was a screamer. Another indentation here into this press box that has weathered many a storm before here at Hendrickson Field. 2-2 pitch upcoming here for Baldwin on the way to Jack Wold. Wold has reached base twice, 0 for 1 today. It's a high fly ball to left center field. Dunn comes over in the alley and cuts it off, and that'll be an out here. So the first time for Baldwin going up against Kindred-Richland does not walk the leadoff batter in an inning. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes here on yourliveevent.com. It's the 2023 Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. This one is popped up fisted with Jeremiah Doctor, and that'll be the third baseline foul. Now 0-1. Baldwin working ahead on Doctor. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout swinging. His last time up in the second after working a full count was Doctor. As we're making our way to the 8 o'clock hour here on this Friday night. This one will miss for a ball, now 1-1. Region 1 baseball tournament will begin on May the 16th. Yeah, not too many days from now, about 18. Then 20 days from now, once we get to the opening or the next round, it's the play-in round on the 16th and the following round on the 18th here in Enderlin. That's a Thursday. And the 20th is the next round after that, and the championship series is on May the 22nd, that Monday. This one back to the backstop, now 3-1. If you're a fan of prep sports, well, give it to about 3 weeks from now. It'll be Prep Central across the state with the regional track and field meets that we'll have on May the 19th. And then the variety of region baseball and softball tournaments starting and beginning on May the 20th. This one foul back and out of play. Region 1 softball, Region 2 baseball and softball begin on that Saturday, May the 20th in North Dakota. Baldwin, another 3-2 count here to Doctor and the pitch. This one is going to be hit right back up the middle and almost went off Baldwin's shoelace. Doctor gets aboard with a one-out single here for Kindred-Richland. The Vikings, their hits, a double with Bryce Whipley, then after that a single with Spellhaug. And then we've got a double with Mason, a single here with Doctor on the way, and a single with Kylan Swenson as well. So everything's been a single or a double for the Vikings off of Baldwin. And the pitch, this one will miss outside for a ball to Max Upgrand here. The cleanup batter in the lineup for Coach Scott Milbrandt. A walk with a run scored so far. 0 for 1 today for the senior first baseman. Doctor takes his lead off of first. This one's going to be hit up the ground and into the concession stand. That'll now be 1-1. Still to come once we get to our post-game show. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Also our RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Play of the Contest, which right now might be that Bryce Whipley double, which really opened the game up a little bit in that second inning. And the pitch swung on and missed as Upgrand now falls behind at 1-2. Taking the lead again is Doctor off of first base. As Baldwin looks back the runner, Larson holding him on there at first. 1-2. This will miss. Fredrickson kick whip throw to first. Not going to be in time. Now 2-2. And the Kindred-Richland Vikings able to score so far in every inning. 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and 3 in the third. This one is going to be hit deep to left center field. Look out to the warning track. Off, and that is gone. It's off the Canadian Pacific Rail line and the train, and it's a 10-0 lead here for Kindred-Richland. Max Upgrand, a deep left center field, and it's 10-0 Vikings. Doctor will come in to score. Upgrand with the round tripper, a 2-run solo homer. And now the Vikings have added to the lead with back-to-back hits here in the fourth as they now lead at 10-0. So Upgrand with the 2-run homer into left center field, and the Canadian Pacific Rail line timed that one perfectly. And the pitch here from Baldwin. New score on our Bank North scoreboard as the Vikings have added to it right now, and they have what they need to do to win it in a mercy rule in 5, which is the 10 runs that they can keep the Ball Stars scoreless. This one across the way for a strike to Jorgen Swenson. Swenson, so far today, 0 for 1 with a run scored back in the second inning. Pitch from Baldwin. Swung on and missed, now 1-2. Cody Thompson due up next. First home run here of this contest for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. And the pitch. This one is going to be hitting the air to straightaway center field. Dunn comes across and able to make a little in-between jump as he was making a step back, and that'll be the second out here on a loud out to the center fielder. For the Ball Stars, they will send the top of their lineup in Baldwin, Fredrickson, and Larson 1, 2, 3, and trying to get their first not just hit but base runner against Hoyme. Once we get to the fourth inning, Baldwin 1 out away from getting out of the top of the fourth. Throws a strike to Cody Thompson. Thompson has reached base twice with 2 runs across. Good swing by Thompson, missed, now 0-2. A hit batter. And then reached on an error so far here for Thompson. This one, strike 3, and that'll retire the side, but not before a 2-run shot by Max Opgren delivers 2 more runs for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. There's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have 3.5 complete on our Bank North scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Vikings up by 10.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go here. It's the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Ball Stars of Hankinson-Fairmount-Rosholt-Campbell, Tintah-Lidgerwood, Rosholt here on your liveevent.com. Still to come, it's Fargo, Oak Grove, and Northern Cass in about 20 minutes or so after the conclusion of this contest. As Adam Baldwin struck out swinging on 3 pitches his last time up in the first, falls behind the count 0-1. First time through the lineup, Owen Hoyme with 7 strikeouts from the Ball Stars. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, now 0-2. As Hoyme, as he's done for the majority of the batters he's went up against, worked ahead in the count with strike number 1, added to it with strike 2, and this one's foul tipped as Baldwin will have pitch number 4 upcoming. So Vikings right now with this result looking to split the day. It would be the same for the Ball Stars. This is just their 2nd game of the season. For Kindred-Richland, this is game number 5. This one in the dirt now, 1-2. Contest, it's nearing an hour old right now here in Enderlin. As the lights are making their way onto the field. Hoyme rocks and throws. 1-2 pitch out of the zone. Now 2-2. Just the 3rd time that a Ball Star batter has found 2 balls on a count against Hoyme. 2-2 pitch. Hit up the 3rd base line, just foul by Spellhaug. And we'll have it all over again with pitch number 6 of the at-bat upcoming. We haven't really said that too often either in terms of pitch 6. It's been 3 pitches, 4 pitches, 5, and that's been about it against Hoyme. 6th pitch of the at-bat here. This will one hop, and that's our first 3-ball count here for Hoyme tonight against a Ball Star. So Owen Hoyme against Baldwin, Fredrickson, and Larson, the top of the order here for the Ball Stars. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking, and punch out number 8 for Owen Hoyme. 10 outs, 8 via the strikeout, and Jarek Fredrickson with a line drive to Whipley, his last time up in right field in the first. Hoyme rocks and throws a strike. Now 0-1. So Hoyme's job right now, hold the Ball Stars scoreless. Let the bats maybe add some insurance in the top of the 5th. This one has popped up and out of play on a Highway 46. Now 0-2. And then try to come out and finish the deed in the 5th inning here for Hoyme and try to win it in 5 for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking, back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th, and that's punch out number 9. And for Hoyme, he's retired and struck out the last 6 batters via the punch-out. That's going to be Hoyme's 4th strikeout looking. And now it's Brendan Larson, the first base sophomore, here at the plate. And this one swung on now 0-1. Hoyme right now trying to say, hey, I can do it myself at the plate on the mound. Just find the zone a little bit and force these batters to swing and miss, which we've seen a lot of so far. You know, some good placements as well here for Hoyme in terms of what he's been able to do with that fastball working up and in the zone. Pitch, a little bit of an off speed, now 2-1. After Larson, Stenson is due up next. If Larson can get to first base, looking to wreck a perfect game so far through 3 2/3. This one swung on and missed, now 2-2. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, their 7, 8, and 9 batters due up in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch from Hoyme. Strike 3, got him again. 7 consecutive strikeouts for Hoyme. He's got 10 tonight through 4 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. Kindred-Richland leads it by 10.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the IRE Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let IRE Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to ireinsurance.com.
As we're back here on yourliveevent.com, Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you here on Your Live Event as we take a look at what we're going to have here in this contest between the Ball Stars and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So right now for Kindred-Richland, I'll be coming to the plate. Top of the lineup, as you'll have the 7, 8, and 9 batters going up against Baldwin here on the mound here for the Ball Stars.
Now up to bat, third baseman.
As for the Ball Stars right now, as Utsby will come in and play right field now for the Ball Stars, which means Travis Peterson's night is done. So Peterson will go 0 for 1. And Dominic Otsby will be playing in right field here for the Ball Stars. This one will come on and miss the backstop. That'll be 2-0 on the way to Grant Spellhog. Followed by Swenson and Bryce Whipley here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Baldwin, righty-righty matchup. This one will miss again for a ball. I'll add to it. And Baldwin trying to work 5 innings here for the Ball Stars, while Hoyme will look to go and the same thing in the bottom of the 5th inning and finish this one off. This will be outside. That'll be 3-0, on the count upcoming. And the pitch. That's going to be a walk and a ball. The walk number 6 of the evening here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as Spellhog will reach base for the 2nd time. He scored back in the 3rd, as Kylan Swenson will come on now for Kindred-Richland. Scott Milbrandt with the sign to Kylan Swenson. Up by 10, just pretty much the sign is just be a batter at the plate, look for your pitch. He'll take a ball. It'll be 5 straight balls here by Adam Baldwin to start this top of the 5th inning off. Taking his lead from first to Spellhog. This one will be hit on the ground. chance for two. Aker going to flip it, and that'll be just in time to get the lead runner, Grant, out at second base. So reaching on a fielder's choice will be Swenson, retired. 4-6 on the putout, and Aker almost felt like it was nonchalant a little bit there with that little underhanded toss to Stenson. So coming up will be Bryce Whipley. And we'll see a new batter to the plate here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Jack Stoppelworth will come on. So Stoppelworth will come on here, and that one is going to be a ball. Now at first base, Swenson will take second base. So Jack to the plate, foul tips this one off. Actually will not be a foul tip, just went off the catcher's glove, and going from second to third will be Swenson again. So it'll be 1-1. Stoppelworth, the senior outfielder, getting a chance to get in at bat here against the Ball Stars. And the pitch in there for a strike. Now 1-2. So Jack looking to deliver a sacrifice fly or try to get a run driven in here. Ball Stars will play the infield in to try to cut the run off at home. This one swung on a miss, and Stoppelworth is going to be struck out. That'll be strikeout number 5 here for Baldwin. And now Mason Altmers will come up to the plate. The top of the lineup, 4th time here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So right now, Vikings, we'll see this one for a ball, now 1-0. Walk with a run scored in the first, a double with a run scored in the second, then a grounder to the third baseman, Steenblock in the third for Mason. Works ahead now 2-0 from a batter's point of view. Jack Wold due up next. There's the look and the pitch. Now 3-0. Least amount of batters that the Vikings have sent to the plate was back in the first inning where they just sent 4 to the plate. A couple of walks and caught stealing with Wold. Right now the 4th batter here of this half inning. And Mason takes a strike at 3-1. As the Kindred-Richland Vikings trying to get some insurance here in the top of the 5th. That's in there for a strike. Mason taking all the way at 3-2. Jack Wold is due up next here for the Vikings. Pitch. This one is going to be a grounder. Baldwin will take it. That'll be 1-3 on the put-up to retire the side. So there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. On our Bank North scoreboard, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Kindred-Richland Vikings lead it by 10.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year.
Well, for Adam Baldwin, 5 innings of work here for the Ball Stars. 6 hits against with 10 runs, 6 walks and 5 strikeouts. And the Ball Stars right now down to their final 3 outs unless they score a run. If they score a run, well, at least get to 6 and maybe 7. If not, if Hoyme can complete what he's been able to do so far, we will finish this game in 5. And the Kindred-Richland Vikings would improve to 4-1. On the season. Stenson, Steenblock coming up, and that one will be a strike. And then Dominique will be out there for the Ball Stars as well in Otsabe. This one misses for a ball, now 1-1. 7 straight batters retired via the strikeout here for Hoime. 1-1 pitch here for Owen. This one will miss in the dirt, now 2-1. Struck out 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Last batter to put a ball in play was Steenblock on deck. This one in there for a strike at 2-2. And Brody did that 3 unassisted to Opgren for the second out in the second. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and make it strikeout in a row number 8 and 11 total here for Owen Hoime.
Third baseman number 11, Brody Steenblock.
Just 2 batters to put a ball in play here against Hoime. And Brody will step up to the plate. Swung on and missed. Good looking rip there by Brody. And then after that, we'll get to the number 6 batter here in the lineup. 0-1 pitch, misses for a ball, now 1-1. After this game, we'll get to the Oak Grove and Northern Cass contest to close out the night. And the pitch, swung on and missed, now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike on the way for Hoime to Steenblock. The pitch, that'll miss. Now 2-2. Second time through the lineup, as you would expect throughout a game, a little bit more of a 2-ball or 3-ball count that we've seen from Hoime. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and he has another one. Punch out number 12, and that is 8. Make it 9 consecutive strikeouts. Travis Peterson, the lone out left here for the Ball Stars. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Takes outside for a ball at 1-0. Ball Stars down to their final out. Hoime struck out 12 so far for Kindred-Richland. And the pitch. This one will run in. Did it hit him? No, it did not. That would have ruined the perfect game. And nobody's walked. No one's got a board here for Hoime. That was close. But now a 2-0 count for Hoime against the Ball Stars. This one swung on and missed at 2-1. Blaze is due up next if Travis Peterson can get aboard. The pitch, that'll miss. And now for Hoime on the mound looking to get a strike here. And the pitch. This one will be in for a strike, as I'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Ball Stars down to their final out. Hoime looking to finish it off. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 looking, and that'll retire the side and the game. Hoime, 15 outs are recorded by the strikeout, with 13 of them coming via the punch out. He will finish the contest with 10 consecutive strikeouts here for Hoime, the complete game, and a contest that finishes in 1 hour and 13 minutes. Hoime picks up the win, perfect through 5 with 13 Ks. Baldwin picks up the loss here for the Ball Stars, while for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they would score 10 runs on this one. They would have 6 hits, no errors against Kindred-Richland, and they would leave on base 3. For the Ball Stars, no runs, no hits. There would be 3 errors for the Ball Stars here in this one, and no runners left on. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the final line score, and also take a look at who our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game is, all coming up on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
As we come back here on our post-game show, join us in our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That, again, is Owen Hoyme. Just want to make sure I get this right. 13 strikeouts, and Owen, you finished the game off with 10 consecutive strikeouts to finish off the contest on the mound. Just what were you kind of feeling from the opening inning where you punched out 2 of the first 3 Ball-Star batters that you're going up against today, Owen?
When I first got up there, I was just like, just throw strikes. That's all I've got to do, just to try to win and those strikes.
And a nice comeback win again after falling to Central Cass a little bit earlier, able to go to 4-1 this season. You break the game open with your squad a little bit in the second inning with 4 runs, a big double by Bryce, the number 9 batter. Then later on in the game, get a home run by Max Opgren. Did you hear it ricochet off the Canadian Pacific Railway? Did you hear it hit the train?
I did hear it. It was a nice sound because I've never seen someone hit off a train before.
So when you just kind of hear that sound both at the plate and then you guys get some base running going too, what does that do for you as a pitcher when you're able to, get up by 1, get up by 4, get up by 5 throughout a game?
It just boosts my confidence so much more, and just knowing that I have a lead to fall back on.
Is it fun to actually get a couple of games of baseball in this week after you've been just kind of sitting and waiting probably inside playing so much indoor baseball?
Yes, it's been a long indoor season, and it was nice to get out and feel the fresh air.
And speaking of fresh air, about, let's see here, 12 hours from now, you guys have another game against Northern Cass for a little breakfast in baseball. Just what's the next 12 hours going to be? And you got a very good opponent in Northern Cass coming up here tomorrow, Owen.
Probably just get some well-needed rest and get some good food in, and then come back for a hard game tomorrow.
Owen, thanks so much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow morning for some baseball.
Thank you.
Owen Hoyme again with 13 strikeouts, the complete game, and picks up the win for the Kindred Vikings. We'll continue on our post-game show after this.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, or Adam a call today at 437-2444. The Kindred Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
As we continue here on our post-game show, we heard from him just moments ago, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That again goes to Owen Hoyme, who in this one was sensational on the mound. 5 innings, a perfect game, no hits, no walks, 13 strikeouts, and he finishes with 10 consecutive strikeouts in the game. Owen Hoyme from the Kindred-Richland Vikings is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to enbridge.com for more and career opportunities. From there to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. Well, it was that 2-run homer by Max Opgren. You heard it there by Owen Hoyme going, I've never heard a baseball hit off a train before, and it sounded pretty cool and pretty good. Max Opgren with the 2-run homer in the 4th inning is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. If your planter is ready to go on the field, contact RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton as they can get you ready to go here for the upcoming spring season. If you need to make a little fine-tuning on it before you head on into the field, RDK Enterprises is here to help you have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadways. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com, our RDK Enterprise feature precision play of the contest. Baldwin picks up the loss, 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 10 runs against, 6 walks and 5 strikeouts. Hoyme again with 13 Ks for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Ball Stars drop to 1-1 on the season. Kindred-Richland improves to 4-1. Vikings will play tomorrow morning at 9 against Northern Cass, and at 1 against Enderlin. The Ball Stars will play at 11 a.m. against Northern Cass, and then play at 5 o'clock against the Central Cass Squirrels here in this contest. We'll take a quick pause here on YourLiveEvent.com. When we come back, it's the nightcap of day number 1, Fargo, Oak Grove, and Northern Cass, coming up around 8:40, 8:45 tonight here on Your Live Events.